Did you know that there is no PhD holder for animation in Kenya? And as of this day, there is no animation feature film from Kenya that has been hosted on international platforms. This speaks volumes about the position and the growth of the animation industry. The Kenya Film Commission has been showing its support by facilitating capacity building throughout the country. One of the ways that they have been doing this has been through organizing animation bootcamps throughout the country so that young animators can be trained to take up the industry. My name is Elizabeth Washeni, an animator from Multimedia University of Kenya, and today marks my 4th week here at the Dedan Kimathi University. The Film Commission has partnered with the Dekut Film Hub in order to organize the second 6-week training for young animators. We get to have our skills trained from basic, intermediate to mastery level. Our trainers have been nothing short of prolific, and we even have industry-level award-winning animator Andrew Kagia with us here. But nisikupe tu story. Come with me and let's see what we have been up to. Toodles! So now it's time to catch up with some of my teammates and get to see and hear from them what they have been learning so far and what they think about the training. Because it's not fun when I tell you, you have to come see it for yourself. Hi.
Hello.
Can you tell us who you are, where you're from, and what you do?
My name is Mary Nyoike. I come from Nyandarua County. I've recently been into social media marketing. I've done 3D animation before. I've done graphic design and illustrations. Yeah.
That's very impressive. Can you tell us what your expectations were and if they have been met so far by the boot camp?
Let me start by mentioning some of the expectations I had before I came to this boot camp or for this boot camp. And one of those was to spark back my passion of animation, which I felt like was dying. And this training has done exactly that. My other expectation was to network with fellow animators and also make friends with people who can recommend me in future projects. Yeah.
That's fascinating. Lastly, I'd like to know what you would tell other creatives out there, especially pertaining to taking up such opportunities and taking up space.
I'd like to tell my fellow creatives to really believe in themselves, because I tend to see like creatives don't really believe in their craft. They don't have faith in their craft as much as other people do, which is kind of ironic. I mean, they should really appreciate what they do. So yeah, believe in yourself, put yourself out there. You need to be seen, you need to be heard.
That's very impressive. That was Mary Nyoike for you. And as you can see, the training has been superseding the expectations that we set for it. And now we're going to be hearing from the next trainee.
Hello.
Can you tell us who you are, what you do, and where you're from?
My name is Paul Kiai. I'm from Kitui County. I am a filmmaker. I also do graphic design and animations.
So currently, what type of animation are you doing, and why did you choose to major in that type of animation?
I'm doing 3D animation. The reason I chose 3D animation was because of its visual advantages and also because of its complications.
That's very nice. So that has been Paul, and as you can see, we have different cohorts in this training. We have the 3D cohort and we have the 2D cohort.
During the training, we are expected to cover all the animation production pipeline. That is the pre-production, production and the post-production. Under the pre-production stage, the trainees are expected to understand how to write scripts and also to develop concept ideas. Under the production stage, we are supposed to cover the animation stages, that is the modeling, script writing, and rigging, and also setting of the keyframes and rendering. At the end of the training, the trainees are expected to come up with a story and do an animation on it. The story will be 1 to 3 minutes long. Yeah.
Hello, so today is another day and we are back here at the training grounds. The last time we were here, we got to speak with the 3D animators and see what they have been up to. Today we get to speak to the 2D group, see what they have learned so far, and get a gist of what the 2D animation process is like. Hi. I know you're busy at work there, but let me borrow you for a minute so that you can come speak to the masses about how your experience has been. Hi.
Hi.
Can you tell us who you are, where you're from, and what you do?
My name is Muthoni. I'm from Nairobi, but Nyeri is my home county. I'm a filmmaker and a 2D animator.
That's fascinating. Can you tell us what skills you have learned so far?
Wow. Considering I'm a beginner in animation, I've learned so much from this bootcamp, from the research stage, developing, storyboarding, animatic, sound, illustration, animating, and all that. So I've learned so much within a very short time, and it's something I'm very happy about.
That does sound like a lot of good information. Can you tell us how you plan to use the skills that you have learned so far once you leave the bootcamp?
Previously, since I went directly to specializing in character animation, I didn't know I can do scripts on my own, but from this bootcamp, since I've learned different skills from different stages of animation, I'll work on personal projects, do more stories, submit them for film festivals, and hopefully, because in Kenya we don't have so many productions for animation, I'll be among the first people to publish them on social media and such platforms.
Amazing. So we should be expecting you at Kalasha next year.
God willing.
That's amazing. So what can you recommend for the future boot camps?
Obviously more time. I understand the last group had 4 weeks. We had 6 weeks. I hope the next time they'll have maybe 8 weeks or something like that. So as much as I've learned so much within that very short time, I wouldn't mind extending to like 2 months, because there is still a lot that I need to learn or like master.
So the KFC should start planning for 4-year boot camps at this rate.
Yeah.
So boot camps that are happening right now in animation are very, very good. I think is a really good step forward, because these boot camps will increase the number of animators in Kenya. If you have more numbers in animation, it's a good thing, because that means production will be done with more people, and that's the way it should be. And then we'll get, if that happens, we'll get specializations. So we'll find people, as much as it's a 2D animation or 3D animation, there'll be specialists of certain fields: concept artists, 3D modelers, animators themselves. So I think these boot camps are moving in the right direction. The future of animation in Kenya is very bright. I can say for a fact now that at least we have more people who understand what is going on. They assisted what is going on actually. We can have an example is like funds from the government are now more, so people are now producing more animations. So I can say the future is quite bright and very untapped.
Lastly, I'd like to know from you, what would you say to the people who have sponsored and organized the bootcamp?
Wow, okay. Thank you so much for sponsoring us. I think this is something that I went to campus for 4 years and didn't acquire. So thank you so much for enabling us become better animators, and I hope this is not going to be the last bootcamp. I hope there'll be more bootcamps, because right now in Kenya we don't have so many animators, and we don't have animation screening on our local television channels. So I hope maybe with time we are going to enable more animators to work locally.
Thank you so much for giving us your time and opinions about the bootcamp. I'll allow you to go back to your animation, which is looking really amazing, by the way. Can't wait to see it. So as we have said, the Commission has been doing a lot of work for capacity building and for making sure that the future animators that we have in this country are producing nothing short of the best. So guys, I am so excited. We finally graduate today. The graduation ceremony was a momentous occasion graced by distinguished guests, including the CEO of Kenya Film Commission, Mr. Timothy Owase, and the Vice Chancellor of the KUT, Professor Ndirangu Kioni. By the end of the training, all the trainees had produced an array of impressive 3D and 2D animations, both individually and as a group, and these were showcased during the ceremony.
Hi Uncle Steve.
Hi too, Tom. Your bike is finally here. Go for a test ride and remember to wear the helmet.
You were awarded with certificates of completion, and this marked an extremely successful end of the boot camp. It has been a fulfilling 6 weeks of learning, and we are now equipped with skills necessary to take on the animation industry, and we can't wait to create for you.